Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's Diego, and today we have Wonderland, aka Ruby Emerald, versus Amber Steel. When I was a kid, I remember we had a snow day from school, and so my mom let me play video games. And guess what game I decided to continue playing? Kingdom Hearts. I was in the Alice in Wonderland world, and for some reason, that memory is so vivid in my mind, and it's very dear to me. So these characters have always had a special place in my heart. So here we go, we're on the play, and we start off by playing Build the Lizard. Our opponent plays Aurora holding court. Build the Lizard, when any character in play has a damage counter, he gains evasive. So we play a Dormouse. When he's played, he puts a damage counter on any chosen character, or I believe an opposing chosen character. My opponent plays Rhino, giving our Dormouse -1 attack, and then he plays Daisy Duck. So now that there is a character with a damage counter, our Build a Lizard has evasive, which is good for us. Then we play a Lewis, giving Daisy Reckless, and we quest out, putting us to 3 to my opponent's 0. My opponent inks a big Rhino. And for 2, he shifts into big Rhino and crashes into our Lewis, taking it out. So big Rhino only takes 2 damage because he has resist +2 when he doesn't have any damage counters. And then Daisy deals 1 damage to Dormouse. He passes, I ready up, draw. Build the Lizard still has evasive because now there are even more characters with damage counters on them. I ink a Queen of Hearts. The good thing about our characters in the Wonderland deck is that they put damage counters on opposing characters. They don't deal the damage, they put damage counters, so that bypasses resist, which in AmberSteel a lot of characters have resist. So I play a March Hare, and when you play March Hare, you can deal 2 damage to a chosen opposing damage characters. So we choose to deal the 2 damage to Rhino, taking it out, and then we quest for 2, putting us to 5 to my opponent's 0 lore. My opponent inks Araya, quest for 1 with the Aurora, and plays a Tiana for 2 ink cost only, because when you quest with Aurora, it costs 1 less to play princess or queen characters. And that even counts if you're trying to shift them. It also reduces the cost of the shift, which is pretty cool. And so there you saw Build a Lizard take out Aurora and March Hare take out Daisy. And then we play another Lewis, choosing Tiana for Reckless. My opponent hits. He attempts to hit the Build a Lizard, forgetting that he has evasive because there's a damaged character in play. So he hits the March Hare, taking 3 damage. Plays a Goofy, ends his turn. At the end of the turn, Goofy has an ability where he readies damaged characters and removes 1 damage counter from them. Yeah, ready up, draw. I play a Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts has an ability that whenever one of my characters challenges, I get to draw a card. So there Lewis challenged Doc, I drew a card, and then Doc got banished because of the challenge. Then I quest out, and I pass. My opponent plays a Pete for no actions, quest for 2 with Tiana, and then Goofy readies her and takes 1 damage counter off. I ready up, draw. That Goofy's putting in some work with that Tiana. I play another Queen of Hearts. And then I just quest out for a total of 4 lore, putting me to 11 to my opponent's 4. My opponent plays a Vinny. That card's super annoying to go up against because you have to think twice about banishing your opponent's characters. My opponent sings Strength of a Raging Fire on Queen of Hearts, and then Pete trades with the other Queen of Hearts, and then the other two, Goofy and Tiana quest, and then Goofy readies Tiana for the last time. Lewis trades with Goofy. I draw a card because of it, because of the Queen of Hearts. And then I quest out with March Hare and build a lizard, putting me to 13 to my opponent's 7. I ink a Dormouse and pass. My opponent plays a Genie Satisfied Dragon and a Daisy Duck. Quest. Oop, not yet. Quest for 2 with Daisy, putting him to 9 to my 13. I ready up, draw a card. So here I have enough to pay the restaurant fee for if I wanna, challenge and banish the Tiana with my Queen of Hearts. I also get to draw a card. March Hare sings Be King Undisputed. My opponent chooses Daisy. And then I play a 2-cost Queen of Hearts and I quest out with Build a Lizard, putting me to 14 to my opponent's 11. My opponent plays Fire the Canyons, taking out my Queen of Hearts. And then Genie Satisfied Dragon takes out my Build a Lizard. Finally, I think my opponent was just so tired of seeing Build a Lizard keep questing. I'm gonna shift Queen of Hearts, and then I'm gonna quest for 2, putting me to 16 to my opponent's 11. And in here, initially, I wanted to quest out, but then I decided it would be better to minimize my opponent's board. Even though if I decide to crash, he'll gain a lore with Vinny, but it'll be one less threatening character in play. And I really want to keep my Queen of Hearts in play, so gotta maximize the probability of that. So I trade with his Genie Satisfied Dragon. My opponent plays a Rhino, and immediately he gets a damage counter, taking off that resist +2. I play a Cheshire Cat. He comes in dealing 2 damage to a damaged character, taking that Rhino out. My opponent scoops, and we have game 2. Alright, my opponent starts by inking a Genie Satisfied Dragon and playing a Daisy Duck. I ink a Build a Lizard to play a Build a Lizard to play a Build a Lizard. And damn, my opponent plays 2 Daisy Ducks on turn 2. That's gonna be trouble. I ink a Twitter Patter. So far, Build a Lizard doesn't have evasive because there are no damage characters in play. I play a Queen of Hearts, and then I quest for 1 with the Build a Lizard. Pretty sure that was a misplay because he's vulnerable. He's a 1 strength, 1 willpower character, so any of these daisies can take him out. But instead, my opponent does Fire the Canyons and quest with all 3 daisies, gaining 6 lore, putting him to 8 to my 1. I ink Mad Hatter. Whenever Mad Hatter Eccentric Host is in play and a damaged character challenges, I get to draw a card, or the owner of that Mad Hatter gets to draw a card. So I play Mosquito Bite on my own Queen of Hearts, putting 1 damage counter on her, activating her ability to gain +3 strength, and I take out a Daisy Duck, and then I play a Rush Queen of Hearts, dealing 2 damage to the opposing Daisy, and I pass. My opponent takes out, trades both daisies for my Queen of Hearts, doing some board control, and then they quest for 1 with the Aurora, playing Tiana for 1 less ink. I play big Queen of Hearts, favorite card in the deck, and then I crash into the Aurora, taking her out. And then I ink a Queen of Hearts and play a card soldier. And I pass. My opponent readies up, draws, inks a smash, plays a dog, draws 2 cards. Having no hand, that was amazing. Plays a prince, and then quests for 2 with a Tiana, and passes. So card soldier, whenever a character has a damage counter that's in play, he gains +2 strength, putting him to 3 strength and 2 willpower. Originally 1 strength, 2 willpower. I ink a Queen of Hearts. My opponent decides to go on a side quest looking for fire the cannons that one of our friends needs for a new deck he's trying out, Steel Amethyst. So yeah, he's doing that. Meanwhile, I take my turn. So I'm questing out here, putting me to 3 to my opponent's 11. Couldn't finish off the prince because those restaurant fees are super expensive. My opponent readies up. Just a reminder that those fire the cannons are not part of the game. They're just there for one of our friends. My opponent plays Rhino Power Hamster. Quest out with everybody for a total of 4 lore, putting him to 15 to my 3. I ready up, draw. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna break this board with the current characters that we have in play, but we're gonna try. The queen is gonna smack the prince out of the game, costing me 3 ink. And then I'm just gonna play a Queen of Hearts, being dealt 1 damage counter. And then Big Queen is gonna sing Beacon Undisputed. My opponent chooses his dock, and I pass. Currently is 5th. My opponent has 15 lore. I have 4. Big gap. My opponent plays a Rhino. And we just realized that Card Soldier should have had a damage counter on him. So we're fixing that. Strength of a Raging Fire on the Queen. Then my opponent quests, putting him to 19 to my 4. We draw for turn. And yeah, I don't see a way out of this. So I'm pretty sure we scoop this one. Yep, we scoop. Alright, game 3. We're on the play once again. We ink a Queen of Hearts. And we play a Card Soldier and pass. My opponent plays, or inks a Rhino, plays a Daisy. We ink a Build a Lizard, play a Queen of Hearts, and then quest for 1 with the Card Soldier. That Daisy ain't gonna be taking out that Card Soldier, and if he challenges with the Daisy, our Card Soldier is only gonna get stronger. But instead, they play a Fire the Cannons, taking out the Card Soldier, and play another Daisy. They quest with the Daisy. We hit Card Soldier Spear, putting it to the bottom of the deck, and they pass. We ready up, draw. Ink a Twitter Patter, and for 3, we shift into the Queen Unpredictable Bully. And then she sings Beacon Undisputed. My opponent takes out one of his Daisy Ducks. We pass, they draw. And ready up. They ink a penny. Play I'm Still Here, giving +2 resist to Daisy Duck. And then she quests for 2. Putting my opponent to 4 lore to my 1. Anka Marcher. Play a Lewis, giving Daisy Reckless. He also takes one damage. He also receives a damage counter because of the Queen. So when Queen of Hearts Unpredictable Bully is in play, every character that enters play gets a damage counter on them. Even your own characters. My opponent plays a Rhino, receiving a damage counter, but also giving -1 strength to Lewis. And then Daisy with the Reckless crashes into Lewis, but surviving because of the -1 damage that Rhino gave him. So that was a pretty smart play by my opponent. We inca Lewis and play a Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts is gonna finish off the Daisy. We draw a card because of the other Queen of Hearts, and then we quest for 1 with Lewis, putting us to 4 to my opponent's 4. Tie game. My opponent's gonna play or shift into a big Rhino, receiving yet another damage counter. And they're gonna trade their characters with my Queen of Hearts. That Queen of Hearts is putting in work, disrupting my opponent's plans, so they gotta get rid of it. Play a Cheshire Cat, not triggering ability, and I quest for 1 with the Queen, putting me to 5 to my opponent's 4, and I pass. My opponent inks a penny, plays an Aurora, and plays a dog, drawing 2 cards. We play a Queen of Hearts, and then a Card Soldier Spear, so all our damaged characters gain +1 strength, and we pass. My opponent plays Smash on the Queen of Hearts, taking her out, and they quest for 1, putting them to 5 to my 8, and then pass. Already up, draw. Cheshire Cat takes out Doc, and then Queen of Hearts quest for 1, putting me to 9 to my opponent's 5, and I pass. My opponent ready's up, they draw. Play a Lady, playing a Rhino for free, giving Cheshire Cat -1 strength. Not that it matters because all their characters are ready, so we can't even challenge in. Anka Twitter Patter, and pass. My opponent plays I'm Still Here on the Lady, giving her +2 resist and drawing a card. And they quest for a total of 2, putting them to 7 to my 9, and pass. I shift into Queen of Hearts Unpredictable Bully and sing Under the Sea, putting all of my opponent's characters at the bottom of their deck. Talk about a tempo swing, and then I pass. My opponent plays a Raya and a Rhino, giving, I believe, yep, the Queen of Hearts -1 strength. I play a Marcher, dealing 2 damage to the Rhino, taking it out to dinner. And then I sing Be King Undisputed, taking out the Raya, quest out, and pass. My opponent plays Pete, no actions. And there I was about to play an action, but then remembered that my opponent had played Pete on their turn. So I just quest out, putting me to 16 to my opponent's 7. My opponent plays a Lawrence, immediately receiving a damage counter, taking away its 4 strength. And then he trades his Pete from my Cheshire Cat. I hardcast a Be King Undisputed, taking out the Lawrence. Quest out, putting me to 18 to my opponent's 7. And then I play a Queen of Hearts, receiving a damage counter, and my opponent scoops it up. Wonderland takes the match. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Happy questing.